This video is on section 3.3, the properties of logarithms. So the first thing you need to do is write down the 3 properties of logarithms. The first is the product property. Okay, and it says log base A of u times v. So this is a product u times v. Log base A of u times v is equal to log base A of u plus log base A of v. Okay, so the log of a product becomes the sum plus of the log of each u and v. Okay, that's the first property. The second property is the quotient property. The quotient property says that if you have the log of a quotient, so we have log base A of u over v, that is equal to log base A of u, the numerator, minus log base A of v, the denominator. Okay, if you remember, exponents in the denominator are negative, which is why we have a minus here. Okay, so dividing means that we would subtract the individual log. And then the third property is the power property. So it says that if you take a log of a power, meaning we have log base A of u to the n power, that's equal to n times log base A of u. So basically, the exponent comes to the front and becomes multiplication. And that is because when you raise powers to powers, you multiply. Okay, so write down these 3 and we're going to use them in the next examples. Okay, so the first examples we're going to look at is we are going to use the properties to rewrite the logs in terms of natural log of 2 and natural log of 3, meaning our answers should only contain these 2 logs. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is look at the natural log of 6. 6 can be written as 2 times 3, and that's how I'm going to begin because I only want 2's and 3's in my answer. Okay, and we are going to use the product rule. Okay, we know that the natural log of a product is equal to the log, the sum of the individual logs. Okay, so using the product rule, I can rewrite this as the natural log of 2 plus the natural log of 3. Okay, and if you want to check this on your calculator, you can. The natural log of 6 is approximately 1.79. And if I do the individual logs, the natural log of 2 plus the natural log of 3, I get the exact same decimal. Okay, so this is my answer. So the natural log of 6 is equal to the natural log of 2 plus the natural log of 3. Okay, let's look at the natural log of 8. So 8 can be written as a power of 2. 8 is 2 to the 3rd power. All right, so we are going to use the power rule this time. The power rule says if we take the log, if we take the log of a power, that exponent comes to the front and becomes multiplication. Okay, and that's the same thing we're going to do here. All right, so my power 3 comes to the front and it becomes 3 times the natural log of 2. And again, you can check these on your calculator. Okay, the natural log of 8, which is what we started with, is approximately 2.08. Okay, and then 3 times the natural log of 2 is the same decimal on my calculator. Okay, and then lastly we have the natural log of 2 over 9. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite 9 as 3 squared so that I just have 2's and 3's here. Now we're going to use the quotient rule. The quotient rule says if I have the log of a quotient, It's equal to the log of the numerator minus the log of the denominator. All right, that's what we're going to do here. So I have the natural log of 2 minus the natural log of 3 squared. I can't leave this because I'm only allowed to leave natural log of 3. So now we're going to use the power rule right here. The 2 comes to the front and becomes multiplication. And there's our final answer. Lastly, we can again check it on our calculator. The natural log of 2 over 9 is approximately negative 1.50 on my calculator. And if I do the natural log of 2 minus 2 times the natural log of 3, I get the same decimal. Okay, so for now you probably want to check on your calculator that the decimals match. All right, so I want you to try the natural log of 9 and the natural log of 2/3, the natural log of 4/9. Okay, so pause the video and try those. And then I would also like you to try the natural log of 18, natural log of 12, and natural log of 1/6. So for all of these, we're writing it in terms of natural log of 2 and natural log of 3.